Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Ripple and XRP, both of them, are crucial for the long-term plans of SBI Holdings. Take a look at this headline from Crypto Newsflash. SBI Holdings commits to Ripple and XRP for international remittances Q4 report. And so I want to put this out here. Look, first of all, I personally do not believe for a moment that Ripple is going to lose their lawsuit against the SEC, even if it goes that far. There's still a chance they could settle. It's less likely after Ripple's most recent filing. And also, when I say lose, let me clarify this a little bit. Even if they technically lose and they have to pay a fine, they're found guilty of yada, so on and so forth, whatever it is, as long as they can continue to sell XRP and XRP is not found to be a security, I'm still going to call that a win. So that's what I actually mean by that. But let's say the worst happened. Let's say that Ripple is no longer allowed to sell XRP and XRP is deemed a security after full adjudication. Well, even then, I'm not convinced that Ripple and XRP go away. And let me explain why. You know what might happen. Of course, I think that there would be tremendous fear in the markets. I think there would be a massive sell-off of XRP. That would be my guess anyway. And I think that Ripple would basically have to completely exit the United States. It would probably, I'm sure, pay its fines, be law-abiding, all that jazz. And I think that they just form a new company. It would be the same company, but a new legal entity outside of the United States. And then they continue to build the internet of value for every country except for the United States. Because here's the thing. In terms of fixing the train wreck that is the world of global payments and settlement, especially on the settlement side, the world has not, there's not a human on the planet that has come up with a fix for the settlement portion of international remittances. The FX charges are real and they're exorbitant, and the only solution requires a technologically sufficient decentralized cryptocurrency with an open market price. All of that matters. Everything I just said there matters. And the only one that's being positioned for that is XRP. And so I don't think that even if the worst happened, that necessarily all of this would go away. I mean, you could have some really scary price action for a while, but I just... Given that this is the only solution, I don't see it going away. So you'd have blazing fast international remittances throughout the entire world, except for the United States. Anything in and out of the United States, nope. Do you really think that's going to happen though? I can't. I have a hard time imagining that, because Ripple is a legitimate company solving a legitimate problem, super duper transparent, been open in the public. They're a force for good for 8 years now, roughly. And I mean, it's just, what kind of judge is not going to see this to be true? Like, that is obviously the case. And so, look, I don't have a financial background. I'm not offering financial advice. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I just find it fascinating to talk about this stuff. I'm an enthusiast. That's all. Nothing special about me. And I enjoy running this YouTube channel purely as a hobby. It's my most favoriteest hobby I've ever had, but that is indeed all that it is. And so the rest of the world, especially Ripple's key partners, incredibly bullish. Let's dig into this piece now. SBI Holdings, a Series C investor at Ripple Labs, largest external investor with 8.76%, has published its Q4 report, in which it once again emphasized the key role of Ripple and XRP for their long-time strategy. The Japanese financial conglomerate is arguably Ripple's most important partner in Asia. Now look, stop right there and think about this. Of course they're well aware of what's happening with the SEC versus Ripple. It hasn't fazed them. In fact, SBI recently, and I made a video about this, they came out in strong defense after all that the S word hit the fan. And they made it clear that their position, the position in Japan, is that XRP is not a security. Full stop. And so it's not surprising to see this. And so I think they're counting on all this stuff with the SEC versus Ripple ultimately blowing over as well. Yoshitaka Kitao, CEO of SBI Holdings, is a board member at Ripple Labs and has driven numerous XRP-based projects in the past. SBI now reports on some of these projects and its strategy in the Q4 report. And then they have this little subheading, which I like. It's SBI's commitment to Ripple. SBI Holdings reports that Ripple has completed its investment in SBI's Money Tap and is now the largest external shareholder with 33%. Already, 38 Japanese institutions and Ripple have invested in MoneyTap, which enables money transfers between individuals in Japan instantly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, this has been, this is first announced. I can't remember if it was like 2017. It might have been 2018. I can't remember, to be honest with you, off the top of my head. But what MoneyTap was first publicly spoken of, the way it was pitched, it was basically just an app that was going to allow for the movement of money around domestically in Japan, and that was it. We later found out that we as XRP holders actually should probably be at least a bit more excited about it. And I mentioned this in another video very recently, so I'll be brief, but I want to make sure that everybody's aware of this. This comes from the XRP Daily, which is my fellow XRP YouTuber's Alex Cobb's website. And you can see here the title, SBI CEO will use the virtual currency XRP for remittance. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I went to it in pretty good detail, but I just want you to know that ultimately it has been confirmed. XRP will be utilized within MoneyTap. Now, obviously, when you're talking about payment transactions domestically, you don't need a bridge currency. If you're sending money to somebody and they need to receive whatever fiat currency you have, why would you add friction by putting anything in between that, whether it's XRP or Bitcoin or pick your cryptocurrency? Like, why would you do? You wouldn't, right? And so that's why XRP is being positioned as a bridge currency when you need to convert from one fiat currency to another. So knowing that the initial plan, at least as announced for MoneyTap, was to be utilized domestically, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, holy hell, they've got much greater ambition than they want to be able to utilize this app and use XRP on the platform for moving money around the entire planet. You're talking about international money transfers, remittances, and settlement. And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, wow. Because initially that's not what was in the press. But then you got this, and Yoshitaka Kitao, he ultimately did state this, and my fellow XRP YouTuber Crypto Eddie verified as much. So it's just another use case. Well, I mean, it's the same use case, but it's another development in that particular use case of XRP as a bridge currency. So to me, that's still exciting. I just want to see real world adoption of it, and that indeed is what we'll see there. They've been still on that front, though. They have been kind of hush-hush. I haven't heard anything else about the specifics of how it's going to be implemented or what the timeline will look like. But there you go, official word. And that was about a year and a half ago, mind you. So it's still going. And then anyway, the piece continues. 3 banks are already connected, and it is expected that 20 banks will be connected by the end of this year. Regarding MoneyTap's strategy with Ripple, SBI writes the following. MoneyTap accepted an investment in 2 directors from U.S. Ripple in order to strengthen technical operation, as well as the advancement of initiatives related to international remittances. Acceptance of investment from Ripple accelerates the introduction of the service to regional financial institutions, as well as the development of new services. So it's obviously clearly moving the head full steam here. I don't blame them. It's not like we're going to know all of the inside baseball stuff and exactly what they're expecting everything to look like in terms of the utilization of XRP4, but that's okay. Well, I take the information that I can scrounge up, because I'll tell you, the XRP community is good at hunting down information, and we're all really good about sharing what we know. It's like, I don't pretend to know everything. I don't pretend to be some sort of expert. I just like to share the things that I do know, and I learn from all sorts of other people in the XRP community, and then I always have to share what I learn and give credit where it's due on the channel here, Moon Lambo channel as well. Now moving down a little bit further, this is a screen grab from the report. You can see here, this is the SBI report. SBI Remit, a subsidiary of SBI FinTech Solutions, endeavors to secure dominance in the international remittance market by cooperating with overseas financial institutions and utilizing distributed ledger technology of United States Ripple. Well, how about that? They are not changing their plan, but they are fully counting on this to take hold. And who knows, if the United States ends up not being so nice to Ripple, maybe Ripple relocates to Japan. That's been discussed. It's been in the news. I actually reported on that probably a couple months or so ago. So hopefully everything just works out and we don't have to, things don't get that messy, but this is where we are, right? And then if you go a little bit further here, here's another slide. Utilize cutting-edge technology such as blockchain and distributed ledger technology. And the part that I'm just going to highlight here, it's It's not going to be surprising, but it is glorious to see. International remittance. They have Ripple here, Ripple, of course, the company, and XRP, the decentralized cryptocurrency. And they wrote here, specializing in international money transfers utilizing XRP, a crypto asset, and distributed ledger technology. So for them, nothing's changed. They're going to plan to move ahead full steam, and I don't think Ripple's going to quit even if some disaster scenario happened where they had to leave the country, which, again, I do not believe. That would truly be disastrous in the short term, but I'd be shocked. I personally would just be shocked if that's the route that they went. I think that Ripple has the winning hand in a general sense, even if they end up paying some fines for this or that, whatever. And I think they know it. I think it's pretty clear for a number of reasons I've articulated outside the scope of this video, so I'm not going to go into it any further, but talked about it quite a bit lately. But I don't know about you guys. I'm feeling pretty good right about now. But I will wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.